Recording in progress.
It's warm. It is warm. Nobody fall asleep. You ready, Sean? Okay. Good evening. We will call the Auburn City Council meeting for Monday, November 3rd, 2025 to order, and we will begin with a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge the federally recognized Muckleshoot Indian tribe, the ancestral keepers of the land we are gathered on today. We thank them for their immense contributions to our state and local history, culture, economy, and identity as Washingtonians. The Auburn City Council meeting tonight will be held both in person and virtually. And I would like to welcome up Girl Scout Bailey Nelson, who is an individually registered member, and she is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. So, Council, if everyone would please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Bailey, whenever you're ready. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Bailey, thank you so very much. All right. And Sean, will you please call roll?
Deputy Mayor Rakes.
Here.
Councilmember Ammer.
Here.
Councilmember Baldwin.
Here.
Councilmember Sturgis.
Here.
Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Trump Manuel.
All right. For a change, we have no proclamations this evening. Do we have any agenda modifications, Sean?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We will move into public hearings. The first public hearing this evening is for ordinance number 6995. City Council to hold a public hearing to consider an ordinance relating to the adoption of a 6-month moratorium extension for energy storage system facilities proposed to be located in the city of Auburn. And before we open the public hearing, Director Crum, is there anything that you would like to add?
We have no formal presentation tonight, Mayor, but city staff did present on this at the October 13th study session, and this proposed ordinance just extends the existing moratorium for an additional 6 months.
Thank you. Council, do you have any questions for Director Crum before we open the public hearing? All right. I will open the public hearing for ordinance number 6995, which is an extension for energy storage system facilities proposed to be located in the city of Auburn. It's the moratorium for an additional 6 months. Is there anyone that would like to speak in this public hearing? Is there anyone that would like to speak? Please come forward, give your name and city of residence for the record. Please limit comments to 3 minutes.
Virginia Haugen, I'm from Auburn, and again, I have gum in my mouth for a reason, but I was only on the city council once when we actually had to face moratorium. I understood why we were doing it. It was a very necessary thing. It made a bit of difference for a while, and then things changed. I have had to understand. I've had to read and listen, and then one time I made a phone call to understand this moratorium. I was on Public Works long enough to understand some of this stuff. I hope you understand the seriousness of what I believe you should do tonight, but my opinion does not matter. This is on the city council. I will be nice to you tonight because someone was so nice to me last night because I got in a bit of a pinch. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak to ordinance number 6995? Final time, is there anyone that would like to speak to ordinance 6995? All right. We will close the public hearing for ordinance number 6995. And we will move to the next public hearing for Suze Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-0004. Before I open the public hearing, Director Gaub, is there anything that you would like to share with council?
No presentation tonight. This was briefed with the council at last week's study session, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Council, do you have any questions for Director Gaub? All right. I will open the public hearing for Suze Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-004. Is there anyone that would like to speak on this item? Yes.
Ingrid, is this the Ripple Fiber?
No, this one is Suze Creek.
Then
Ripple Fiber is the next one.
I don't want to speak on this.
Okay.
The next one.
We'll save your time. Yes, please come forward if you want to speak on the Suze Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement.
My name is still Virginia Haugen. I still live in Auburn, and I hope to be living here tomorrow. I know very little about this, but I know enough to understand. These issues are very, very serious. And I know that water and sewer issues are something that we have to look at very, very seriously into the future. Be careful. We are looking at all of you tonight, okay? Thank you. Is that mine?
Is there anyone else that would like to speak on the Sue's Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement? Final time, is there anyone that would like to speak to the Sue's Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement? All right. We will close the public hearing on the Sue's Creek Water and Sewer District Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-0004. And we will move to item C, public hearing for Hyperfiber of Washington LLC DBA Ripple Fiber Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-0005. Director Gaub, is there any presentation from staff?
No presentation. This was also briefed at last week's study session, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Council, do you have any questions before I open the public hearing? All right. I will open the public hearing for Hyperfiber of Washington LLC, doing business as Ripple Fiber Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-0005. Is there anyone that would like to speak? Please come forward, give your name and city of residence for the record.
Thank you. Mitzi McMahon. I live in Puyallup, Washington. And I just wanted to say, decades ago, I was a city planner here. And I now work for Ripple Fiber doing government relations work. And when I started, I saw Auburn on the list, and I said, this is good. So what Ripple does is bring fiber internet to communities, to residents. And I just have to say that it's been a pleasure working with the staff, Amber Olds, Tyler Wynn, and I know what goes behind all of this to do a franchise agreement. It's a lot of work. And the level of support we've had from the city has been amazing. One thing that I've been really impressed with Ripple, and going back to my days as a community planner, I know how engaged the city is with the community. And so that's one of the things I like about Ripple is not only are we serving residents, but it's looking for community items that we can do with the city. So it's hopefully look at it as a good long-term relationship for things that we can do to give back while we're here and, and beyond. So just want to thank you again for it's been a wonderful experience and it's greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much, and it's good to see you, Mitzi. Thank you for being here tonight. Is there anyone else that would like to speak to the public hearing for Hyperfiber of Washington? Please come forward. Still got to give your name and city of residence for the record.
Virginia Haugen, Auburn. I'm sorry that you people have to keep putting up with this, but I worked at the Boeing company in Everett, and I knew about, I had a friend who did telephone, and they had to start getting into the optics and all that, and I was in Everett, and I saw what they were doing at Boeing. Big deal. It's, when I use my computer, I forget about the trenches and all that stuff that was under the floor that I walked on every day. I didn't understand it, but I'm starting to understand it now. These are huge undertakings. I know recently I discovered that there would be fiber optics put underground in certain places in Auburn, and some of the neighbors, they maybe don't know that, but it's okay. It's what we depend on. They're huge projects. And we have to get it right. With fiber optics, let's do it right the first time. Make sure, because we don't want it to get all broken up and you got to do it all over again, because that would be so expensive for her company. It'll be done right, though, I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak for the public hearing for Hyperfiber of Washington? Final time. Is there anyone that would like to speak? All right. We will close the public hearing for Hyperfiber of Washington LLC, doing business as Ripple Fiber Franchise Agreement number FRN 25-0005. And we will move to public comment. This is a place on the agenda where the public is invited to speak to the City Council on any issue. Is there anyone, did we receive any written comments?
Yes, Your Honor. We received comment from Dorwin Sorensen.
Thank you. All right, we will move to in-person public comment. Is there anyone tonight that would like to provide public comment? Please come forward, give your name and city of residence for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Okay. Linda Redmond, Auburn. I don't know what the current status is of the idea of a tiny home village here, but I just want to put a word in to look at what they're doing in Tacoma. They have a public-private partnership with the Tacoma Rescue Mission. So the city, I believe, bought the land, and they bought it outside of town in Spanaway. They still get some objections, but that one's for veterans, and it's almost ready to house people there. But I just really want to put a word in for that sort of thing here, and like even partnering with the Tacoma Rescue Mission, because that's closer than Seattle, and they're already doing this sort of thing. So that's, yeah. Then they keep their philosophy, which is really helpful, because with the Christian philosophy, well, I believe if we have one here, the residents can be encouraging and helping other people, like feed them to the We Care system so they have safer drugs and things like that, and maybe there'll be other villages. So, and you can, on their site, you can see the Good Neighbor Village, and they use the Austin, Texas Communities First Village. So, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak this evening? Please come forward, give your name and city of residence for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
My name is Gene Bremner, and I live in Kent, Washington. I'm here tonight to talk about crime. I heard some pretty disturbing stuff the other day on the news, and I don't know if I got it right, but it seems like some of the cities around here are trying to protect the criminals and the people that are out producing crime. You drive down here in the stores, Auburn, Kent, everywhere, they got stuff chained to the walls. You have to get someone to get a key to unlock stuff. All this goes back to the cost of everybody that goes down to buy something. We just had a store close in Kent. It cost them over $2 million a year for the last 5 years per year for theft from these people that are running the streets. And it disturbs me that some of the city councils are trying to protect the criminals. And myself, they stole over $7,000 worth of my tools that come out of my pocket. I live on $50,000 a year. I pay $6,000 property tax. I pay $15,000 a year for medical. And I just would like you to think this, maybe I heard something about Take Back America and Operation Shield. You should stop and think what's happening out here. Kent's the biggest crime city in the state, and I don't want to see Auburn following them. So I'd like you to think about supporting the police, supporting groups that come in and try helping you. I understand the police always need more help. They want more. Well, that goes on the taxpayer's roll. So if you get outside help to help you stop some of this stuff. I just had an illegal total my car the other day. Cost me $15,000 to replace my car. He didn't have no insurance. Driving, had a Mexican driver's license, Mexican CDL. State Patrol says, that's great, we like it, we aren't going to do anything. But it cost me a hell of a lot of money. And so it's going on. A lot of these guys out here driving up and down the road, they don't speak English, they don't have insurance. So I just like you to support the police. And another thing, I like your Auburn Vets Parade every year. I attend it, and you put on a great show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And just so you know, the mayor and council do support our police department very strongly. All right, is there anyone else that would like to speak? Please give your name and city of residence for the record. Please limit comments to 3 minutes.
My parents named me Tina. My last name is Simmons. I just want to comment on the city's forms that you can get at the city clerk's office. since we're in open enrollment in Medicare right now, and I am a Medicare patient and a terminal patient as well, I found the claim for damages hard to navigate with the city and to keep the HIPAA privacy private. And at the point that I was comfortable in moving forward with that claim, I was rejected at the city clerk's office. And so I still have the original form and everything, but I'm finding it hard now due to the HIPAA laws and my contract. I have a previous business license under research and reimbursements and stuff like that. So, but I did sustain an injury, and I tried to move forward with the claim for damages, but now due to the open enrollment and the HIPAA privacy, I'm having difficulty finding the right avenue to approach you guys reasonably without, bringing in attorneys and stuff like that, which I choose not to do. But I just wanted to let you know I was injured on city property, and I had a pretty bad facial injury around my mouth and stuff. And it was during the construction of these new apartments over here, right before they finished the second one, the Verge over there. And so I've just found it hard to navigate with that claim for damages. And I come in a couple times, and I went and met with your code compliance, George Winter, the other day, or last week, and just let him know that I might need him to, just take a look at, what was going on around that time and stuff. But I have my documents, and I have the medical records and stuff like that, but due to the HIPAA privacy, I'm just finding it hard to navigate with you guys. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Final, please come forward. Name and city of residence for the record, and please limit comments to 3 minutes.
Virginia Haugen, Auburn. I didn't know that I would ever speak to this issue in front of the city council. Someone spoke about crime. I know firsthand about a young man who becomes a criminal. He has a single mother. She has no money to speak of. She has 5 children. She has 2 boys. She simply does not know how to raise them to be big, strong, productive men. The kind like we have in front of us tonight, one of them, only one man here with us tonight. And we have single mothers. And the single mother with those 2 boys still had 3 little girls. And I got to be the one who never had to spend the night in jail, never had to get sent to a relative to straighten myself up. I did it with people like you who mentored us, showed us how to be strong, upstanding, productive people. That is what I expect from our city council. I am not going to talk politics tonight because some woman was so kind to me last night. Now, tonight, we are going to be kind to each other. And when you see that kid laying on the street and you have the courage to walk up and say hello to him, "Are you okay?" Be proud that you were not afraid, that you did it. Because when I got in a fist fight with a girl in a ditch, she was going to run my friend off the road and I'm on the handlebars. Was I scared? Yes. And I went after her. And my mother was afraid that her mother was going to come and beat us all up. It didn't happen. But my mother's friend, my mentor, is the one that grabbed me up out of the ditch, said, "You get in this truck." She took me home and she said, "Now you go tell your mother what you did." I was not supposed to behave like that. So please, with those smiles, with those gracious attitudes here tonight that I've seen, reach out to a young person. Our library, libraries for young readers. I know Jane Addams, I kept hearing the name all my life. Now I'm going to read, quick read, Go to the library, read, learn about people that are doing the right thing, have kept doing the right thing, and thank you so much for your time. And for tomorrow and the next day, cheers to all of you. Be happy and gracious and thankful for what we had. And thank you, Ms. Backus.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak tonight? Final time. Is there anyone else that would like to speak tonight? All right. We will close audience participation and move on. Do we have any correspondence this evening, Sean?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We'll move to the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered by the City Council to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Deputy Mayor Rakes.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I second that.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Rakes.
The consent agenda consists of October 6th, October 2025 City Council meetings, and minutes from October 13th and October 27th, 2025 study session meetings, and claims and vouchers as listed on your program.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin, did you have comments as the chair of the Finance Special Focus Area?
Sure. Pretty basic tonight. There were not any questions for staff.
All right. Thank you very much. Council, do you have any questions, comments, or are there any items that you would like on the consent agenda to be removed for separate consideration? All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Consent agenda passes. We have no unfinished or new business this evening, so moving to ordinances. Ordinance number 6995, an ordinance continuing the moratorium enacted on May 10th, 2025, pursuant to ordinance number 6978, and as amended by ordinance number 6995 on the acceptance, processing, and/or approval of applications for building and land use development for energy storage system facilities, ESS, proposed to be located in any zone within the city of Auburn. Is there a motion? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve ordinance number 6995, please.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Move to second that.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This ordinance will establish a 6-month extension to the moratorium or on permitting applications and activity related to energy storage systems to allow staff additional opportunity to develop appropriate siting, construction, and operational requirements.
Thank you. Council, are there any questions or comments? All those in favor of ordinance number 6995, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ordinance number 6995 passes. Moving to resolutions, resolution number 5869, a resolution authorizing the mayor or designee to execute an agreement between the City of Auburn and Department of Social and Health Services for respite care payments. Is there a motion to approve? Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt Resolution 5869.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Baldwin.
I'll second.
Thank you. Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 5869 would authorize the mayor or her designee to enter into an interlocal agreement with the Department of Social Health and Services to allow payments toward recreation program fees for participants who are unable to pay.
Thank you. Questions or comments, council? All those in favor of resolution number 5869, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5869 passes. All right, we will move to mayor and council member reports. At this time, the mayor and city council may report on significant items associated with their appointed positions on federal, state, regional, and local organizations. We will begin with our deputy mayor Rakes.
Thank you, Mayor. On October 25th, I attended the trunk or treat at Lescove Park. Now, I will say the weather was not the best. It was pretty rainy, but I loved to go to those because I like to be out with the community and I love to watch all the little kids. And even though the weather was bad, it was tons and tons of people. And then on October 28th, I attended our last community meeting at Riverside High School, which I thought was very good. A lot of good questions were asked, a lot of good answers were given. I was very pleased at how people were engaged in that meeting. And then today, I went to the ribbon cutting at Pie Style to welcome them to town, and we're very excited to have Pie Style downtown with such fabulous food. And then I also attended the city's ribbon cutting at B Street Plaza for the Capitol Project, and again, very, very excited that we've come this far and ready to get the theater done.
Thank you. Councilmember Baldwin.
Sure. It's been a busy couple weeks. On October 22nd, I attended the Good Eggs Breakfast. Also that day, attended the community meeting at Green River College that was hosted there, and joined a remote session hosted by Local Progress, which provided a briefing on how federal troops are being deployed to different communities across the country. On the 23rd, attended the Finance and Internal Services Special Focus Area meeting, and then also attended the Local Elected Leadership Institute's in Defense of Immigrants session to find out what policies different cities are bringing forward to protect their residents. On the 24th of October, I attended K4C, which is, and this is a bit of a mouthful, the King County Cities Climate Collaboration. That was an elected official working session with Executive Braddock, and we heard from Speaker Majority Leader Representative Joe Fitzgibbon, who gave us an overall climate outlook for Washington State. And we heard from Puget Sound Energy's Matt Storwalt, who spoke to us on how we can continue to advance climate and clean energy goals with our utility partners. On the 30th of October, I attended the Kiwanis Speaker Series, where we heard from different service clubs in Auburn, and that was at our new Postmark facility, so always great to be using that space. On the 31st, attended our Senior Center luncheon, and a shout out to Simi, who was a great dance partner as part of that Halloween celebration. And then, as we heard, had the great fun to participate in the openings of Pie Style and the B Street Plaza. So, yeah, busy. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Ammer.
I wasn't busy that much, but I attend the Good Eggs, which I love it. It's good connection and community, and usually our council P2 brings a guest speaker. We will learn something. And again, I attend the last community meeting for me in Green River Community College. The other thing we did, that we had in October 28th, the Valley Regional Fire Authority meeting, special meeting, and today in the rain enjoying the ribbon cut for the P Plaza.
Thank you. Councilmember Sturgis.
Awesome. I was also at the Good Eggs Breakfast. Just really appreciated the sharing from the Seahawks as the monthly guest. It was so special just to see the impact that community has, and going back kind of down memory lane to see how one of our council members, who prior Senator Pete Van Reichbauer, was part of a journey to save the stadium, and just hearing the way that the vision at the time was to make sure that the Seahawks were not just great on the field, but they were great out of the field, and then to see the impact in the community. It's a reminder of good humans connecting with good humans just can make really special things happen. So I was very grateful to be at that breakfast. We had the super fun and super well-attended trunk or treat on last Saturday on the 25th, which was just a joy. It's so much fun seeing all of the kids and the parents dressed up as families together. And then we had the Senior Center Halloween lunch. I had to go home and let my husband know that, he's got some competition. So had really great dance partners, and they had moves like Jagger for sure. And then today was just so special, seeing the the relocation of Pie Styles and opening up with this new location where it is really going to be a community gathering space and and just bringing the Ukrainian traditions to us in Auburn was very special to be a part of that. And I cannot wait for just the work that has already been done for the ribbon cutting this afternoon for the groundbreaking is just incredible work. So thank you guys so much. It's exciting to see what's happening in downtown.
Thank you. Councilmember Trout Manuel.
As you have seen, we've all been very busy. I've been to basically every single one of the events that the other council members went, except the Good Eggs Breakfast and the legislative for all the candidates who are running for office. I didn't get a chance to do that. We are so blessed to have such a wonderful city where our directors and our staff is doing such a great job keeping our city looking good. I love the B Plaza, the way it turned out, and the lights that are going to be hanging over the road, and the different colors that they're going to be changing into. The trunk and treat was a lot of fun. It was the first time I've ever attended that. I normally would go around. The mayor and I judge at one time, and that was a lot of fun being able to judge. This year I was out there handing out all the goodies, and it was fun to see the parents and the children just having a good time out there. On the 29th, I met with our Hilo committee. I'm the president of it, and we talked about what ICE is doing in all the cities. California is getting hit really big time, and one of the cities that one of our council members is on, they have had the military go over there, and they asked if we have that in our city, and I go, not yet. Hopefully we won't. Anyways, we had a very robust conversation about ICE and what are we going to do. Then on the 28th, I also attended the community meeting at Riverside. It was really nice to hear our constituents ask questions, some of the things that they have concerned. And I just have to thank our directors, how you all, shared everything and very transparent. And thank you. Thank you for such a great job that you're doing out there. And today I also attended, I took a nap. I was a little tired of being out there in the rain and stuff. And I laid down and took a nap, and I didn't get to go to the pie opening, the pie style business that just opened up. But I'll be going over there and doing that. We've all been very busy, and we'll continue being busy for our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
I know you guys are waiting for an update from the 4 drains because, I love our stormwater. So the Great Drainy McDrain Face, the Clog Crushers, and the Flow Patrol are all doing well. They've all had 4 cleanings, especially with the onslaught of water that we've had. I mean, the weather has been a little less than desirable in Washington, and so this is my reminder to go out and clean your storm drains so we don't have any localized and urban flooding. Plus, you're saving the stormwater, and I know our Director of Public Works will be very happy to hear that. The 25th, I also attended the Auburn Trunk or Treat. What a fun time. There is something about the magic in the face of those children, loving that free candy and seeing their costumes. On the 28th, I also, along with Councilmember Ammer and Mayor, attended the Special Valley Regional Fire Authority budget meeting. And on the 29th, I was a slight bit late for our community meeting at Auburn Riverside. I will hand it again, like Deputy Mayor Rakes and Councilmember Trout had mentioned. The staff time that goes into this for our residents is impeccable. Also, a big thank you to Superintendent Spiciotti for being there and talking a lot about what's going on within the school district. And a lot of questions come up about SNAP benefits and whatnot too, and what the school district is doing for our students. So other than that, thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. Not a lot. I did attend several of the community sessions, and it was great to get back out and circle back with the community members and let them know that what they said in the first round was heard, and some of those things were implemented to the best of our ability to be able to do that. But then just to be able to get back out, and I was in different locations this time from the last time, so to be in some communities in the city that I don't often get a chance to hear from the residents in those particular neighborhoods was great. I did make it to the pie style today, but that's okay because I go there so much, so we kind of have our own ribbon cutting, sort of off the books ribbon cutting already, and so yeah, wonderful business, and glad to see them in downtown. So that's it.
Thank you. So some of these will be duplicates of what you have heard, but Wednesday, October 22nd, the community meeting at Green River College, and I want to not only thank the directors, the external-facing directors are the ones that participated in this round of community meetings. We have the internal services directors, and they were working internally. They did not need to be at these community meetings, but I want to give a huge thanks to Keisha Taylor, who is our equity engagement and outreach program manager. She is the one that coordinates all of these events and makes sure that we have a great location, working with the Auburn School District. Huge thank you, as you said, to Dr. Alan Spiciotti for his partnership, and the Auburn School District in general for all of the great work that they do. Many of you may know, but the REC, the after-school program over by the Community and Events Center, the Auburn School District provides the bus transportation for students to come from their high school or middle school to participate in the after-school program, and then takes them back to their school at the end of their time with us for the day. And that is a huge benefit to a lot of families. So thank you once again to the Auburn School District and to Dr. Spiciotti. The trunk or treat on Saturday, October 25th, the weather was good, not good, good, not good. It was a day of rain, but it was a day of fun. The looks on the children's faces as they were walking around getting all of that candy was so priceless. And also want to say thank you to the Parks, Arts, and Recreation team for putting on another great trunk or treat event. Regardless of the weather, everyone had a good time, and that's all that really matters in an event like that. On Wednesday, October 29th, I attended internally the winter planning meeting with emergency management and all of the departments to identify what the plans will be in case of a weather event during the upcoming months, and I think we're in pretty good hands. Our new emergency manager, Matthew Colpitz, is really on top of things and getting his feet under him, and with all of the teams that are willing to assist with that to make sure that the city is prepared. I just really appreciate that. Our last community meeting was that night as well, on October 29th at Auburn Riverside High School, and as has been mentioned, a lot of great community interaction and investment in community. And I really appreciate community members who took the time to come out to one of the 6 events. This is the last of the series for this year, but we will be back at the beginning of next year with another series because, as we've mentioned before, during the first round, that was one of the things that came up quite often, is that the community wanted more opportunities for the meetings to be able to discuss issues that are important to them. We heard that loud and clear, and we will continue to do that work. Again, a big thank you to Keisha Taylor and the Equity Engagement and Outreach team for their work. On Thursday, October 30th, I am on the Sound Transit Board and chair of the Finance and Audit Committee. But we had a media event at the soon-to-be-open Federal Way Link Extension. That will be on Saturday, December 6th. Excuse me, and that is when service will begin at the Federal Way and 2 other stops between Angle Lake, which has been the end of the line for a good number of years. Very excited about the opportunities and what that means for mobility for the Auburn community and for South King County and North Pierce County. Now it's going to be getting the extension to Tacoma. Will take several more years, but looking forward to that coming to fruition. Friday, October 31st at the Senior Center, the Halloween luncheon. Kudos to the Senior Center staff for once again having a great time for the seniors, and those seniors really do know how to have a good time. I was tired when I left, but they were still going.
You had your twin there as
I had my twin there, yes. Saturday, November 1st was the Glow Run at Lescove Park. It was still light out because it was 4 o'clock. Maybe next year we'll start a little bit later so those glow sticks will actually glow and you can see them. But the weather was good. It was chilly, but it wasn't raining. And Julie, do you know how many participants we had?
I think we ended with 260.
That was a great. And it wasn't all Auburn residents. We had one family that came from Yelm. They participated in all 3 of our almost 5K runs this year. And so huge shout out to the team for making sure that those are fun events. Can't wait for the next one. And then I also attended the ribbon cuttings today. Want to thank Oksana and her team over at Pie Styles for their belief in the city of Auburn, moving from a small location down on East Main Street, now down in the hustle and bustle of the center of Main Street. And they have done a beautiful job. If you have not been in, I highly encourage you to go in. It's a beautiful location. And as I said today, it's a place to build community. And they are doing a phenomenal job of that. So wishing them much success. And then the excitement of being able to turn those lights on across Main Street. Director Gaub, thanks to your entire team and all that participated in making that a reality. I have wanted lights across Main Street for a long time. You would think it would be simple. It is not. It took a while, and it was worth the wait because those lights will be able to change colors depending on the reason for them to be lit. This weekend, they will be on for the Veterans Day, or the Veterans Parade. It's not on Veterans Day, so Veterans Parade. And that will begin at 11 a.m. with a flyover of the King County Sheriff's helicopter. We will not have any other flyovers this year because of the government shutdown. We are hoping that we have the military participation, but we are still awaiting word on that. So it may be a smaller parade this year, but it will be no smaller in the pride and the appreciation that we show for our veterans. And we have no need or reason for a closed or executive session this evening. We are adjourned.